adventure with Dawn and Diane. Hey, for this adventure, we're going to go cross country. Well, most of the country.
God help me.
We're going to go to the Midwest and see as many sights as we can along the way. Some of this may look similar to an adventure that I did with John a couple of years ago, but this will be much better. So we're going to go there, go visit our son, and then come back a different route, maybe up through the north, like South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana. We'll just see where it goes and see what she chooses to see.
We'll see if we both make it back.
I'm gonna make it back. I don't know about her. So anyway, we gotta start packing things up, get ready to go, and it's gonna be about a 2-week adventure, we hope. So hopefully we'll have enough sights to see along the way and interesting things to photograph. Oh, by the way, don't pack a lot of stuff because I've got a lot of camera gear I'm taking. It's taking up most of our spot.
Bullshit.
Maybe I won't take her. One of our goals for this trip, or at least my goal, is to visit as many national park sites as we can. So might as well start right here in California. On our way through Nevada, we decided to take Highway 50, also known as the loneliest road in America. If Diane can sit in the middle of the road without any worry of another car coming by, that's a clue. Apparently, back in 1986, Life magazine wrote an article and dubbed it the loneliest road. And then AAA topped onto that and said it's totally empty. There are no points of interest. We don't recommend it. We warn all motorists not to drive there unless they're confident of their survival skill. I don't know how confident I am of survival, but it was an interesting drive. Might as well grab a geocache while we're in Austin, Nevada. Second national park. Funny thing, we got there just as they were closing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Guess our survival skills were better than I thought, because we survived it. And then we turned around and we're in Utah. And at first, it didn't look much different. As you can tell, the first part of the trip was a little rainy and cloudy, but it made for some pretty cool cloud and landscape photos. As the sun was setting, we stopped at this overlook and tried to get a photo. Wind was blowing about 100 miles an hour, and I was too lazy to get my tripod, but I tried. After spending the night in Grand Junction, we started heading east and noticed snow and this warning. Little did we know. Just your typical late spring driving conditions. By the way, it's also windy. The Eisenhower Tunnel at this entrance is 11,158 feet above sea level and crosses the Continental Divide. It was opened in 1973 and it is the highest point on the interstate highway system, and thus it is also the highest transportation tunnel in the United States. It's approximately 1.7 miles long.
So if you travel to Denver, what are you going to do in Denver? Well, of course you're going to go to a yarn shop. What else?
And just like that, we leapt into Kansas. I can't believe how Diane looks so calm. Kansas has a lot of wind turbines, but they're not just in Kansas. There are over 75,000 in the US alone. And one turbine can power a house for 1 month in just 46 minutes. While in Kansas, we stopped by the Dwight Eisenhower Presidential Museum. If you've never been to a presidential museum, you gotta go. They are very cool. There are so many things there to see and read. You could spend a long time there. We could have spent a lot more time, but we got to get back on the road. And maybe stop at another yarn store. Speaking of museums, look what we found. Coincidentally, in Kansas. Actually, it's a really cool museum. It's got a lot of neat things to see and a lot of information that you never knew about the Wizard of Oz movie.
Here's Diane trying to get home. Says, I can't make it in the car anymore. Unless you can find a yarn store.
So this is our trip through Missouri. See that overpass? There's about a dozen of those being built. Matter of fact, there was construction throughout Missouri. So not much to see. At the end, you'll get a glimpse of the Gateway Arch, but it was too late to get into it, and you can't park near it, nor did I want to pay a bunch of money to park away from it. So on to Illinois. We stopped at a little town, Casey, Illinois. It is known for having the biggest of all kinds of stuff, like the biggest mailbox, or the biggest rocking chair, biggest pencil, and luckily they kept the biggest knitting needles outside of Diane's reach. They also had a ruler, bird cage, wind chime, and I'm sure there was others. Well, we made it to Indianapolis. Well, actually just north of there. And gonna have a few days to visit our son and daughter-in-law. And then we decided to take a little side trip. I had never been to Cincinnati, so we thought we'd check it out. Oh, there's a baseball game on.
They're very good defensive team. I will say that. I saw the stat of 5 defensive runs. Very impressive. Always had a good glove. But never really been able to have.
Well, that was our trip to Indiana and Ohio to visit our son and daughter-in-law. And of course, all the different sites we got to see along the way. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. But hey, we got to get back to California. So part 2's coming. Be looking for that. Hopefully soon.